It's the NFL on EA Sports, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Browns and the reigning Super Bowl champs, next on Madden Football.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. Throwing is Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Nothing on the scoreboard thus far, but that might very well be about to change as this offense comes up on a first and goal situation. Carson will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play.
This offense has marched the ball down the field nicely. In good position, can they finish the drive off? 1st and 10 in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he just did get those feet in there. A solid drive here has his offense in really good position. Can they finish the drive off? Let's find out. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half.
A field goal would at least get them on the board, but they want more than that. The offense out there, and they appear to be going for it on 4th. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And how about this? It's complete. Touchdown. Austin Hooper. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
John Johnson with the INT. So a big third down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the third quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Russell Wilson and company in the red zone as we'll jump in to see what the Seahawks can do here. On 1st down, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 64 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when... And he will score! Touchdown, Seattle! Chris Carson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab.
Russell Wilson and company in the red zone as we'll jump in to see what the Seahawks can do here. They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Touchdown, Seahawks. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. This defense holding on to a slim 3-point lead here in the 4th. They need to hold on and hopefully yield no more than a field goal. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Able to get away. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
McPherson's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And time winding down here in this fourth quarter. This is a crucial spot. Let's see what the offense can do. Throwing on second and long. Wilson got his man complete over the middle. That's Carson. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13. Here's Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. So still time remaining here in this fourth quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. And Charles, this defense, you might say they're looking forward to a matchup like this. You like to get a team, I would imagine, when they're down. And this is a group that's lost 4 straight.
But their head coach made it very clear in his weekly media availability that everybody's a threat. We're not taking anyone lightly. He's making sure that we know that he's grinding his team this week because, let's face it, who wants to be the team to lose to someone who's lost 4 straight games?
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. That is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. There he goes, right side.
You gotta love it, baby.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
A lot of points put on the board so far by this offense. Now they're looking for more. Already winning here in the second half, ball in the red zone. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. This offense has been lighting the scoreboard up. Now the question, can they add to their lead? We drop you in a red zone situation in the second half. On second down now, it's Carson, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On third down, Carson. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.